Hey guys, and welcome back to Persona Q2. And in this episode, we continue our exploration of the Theater District. Now that we have our ultimate personas for our main party, these shadows don't stand a chance. And while we did already technically kind of come inside of Block 2, we didn't really fully explore it, but now we're going to be doing that. Just kidding. I'm going to be lazy and take a shortcut to finish this place in record speeds. So all right, we got our Shijima beat on. Let go. So here's the deal, guys. This place is stinking huge. Not specifically this second block, but just the dungeon as a whole, or labyrinth. So we're gonna be, kind of cutting some corners, and god dang, not like, I don't say this in a negative way, but I've noticed there's a lot fewer, like story segments in this specific part. I guess they were like, all right, we got our core message out there. Let's just beat this boss, I feel like there was a mini monologue every floor of the final dungeon of the last game. They're a little bit lighter on that, which I actually appreciate, but oh hey, now there's wind blowing here. We finally understand the gameplay mechanic. Wowzers. I see. So that floor switch was controlling the wall. That shields the wind here. Now that the wind's changed, you should be able to make progress. Keep an eye out for more of those shields and switches as you move forward. Yeah, I know what's going on. I've kind of sped run this place. Speed run? Sped ran? I don't know the past tense of that. But, basically our huge objective, right, is to get this fan all the way down here active. And to do that, we sort of have to tussle with Mr. Cedar Forest, this big bull FOE, and luckily for us, his AI is incredibly abusable. He can only really walk in a straight line, so if you're struggling at all with this, he kind of will just do your bidding without you even really trying. I find that's kind of like the biggest obstacle for me when I'm first playing an Etrian Odyssey game, is just understanding, how does this dude move? How much damage does he do? And one thing I've really noticed about Etrian Odyssey compared to at least, the Persona Q games. Oh, you didn't destroy the block? Minotaur, dude, you had one job. You gotta be kidding me. Get back over here. God damn, oh my gosh. You had to do one thing, and you can't even do that. This is why I have the Shijima beat on, because, oh my god, the, amount of enemies you will encounter on this floor specifically is insane. However, even if you don't have this specific item, I think I bought the Repulse Horn. Yeah, that's it. This completely nullifies random encounters completely for its duration. Similar to the Shijima bead, but the Shijima bead is just better for making videos, so I don't have to constantly go into the items and, reactivate it. I hope you understand, but just like that, believe it or not, we're already done and out of here. There isn't any additional, story crud that's going on. The rest of this, floor is just 100% chest. There's, an FOE around there, yeah. And, there's a couple of chests, but I'm going to get those in between parts because we got bigger fish to fry on the third block. Ain't that easy? Ain't that easy? For those who are trying to just get through this place and punch the crap out of Enlil's stupid face, I got your back. But sadly, we still got to map out floor 3, so I'm going to take a brief intermission, get some popcorn. I made that joke 1,000 times, I'm so sorry. To level up our team, because frankly, we're super underleveled for this part. Haru, which is our ace in the hole. I mean, Narukami's also our ace, but yeah. She's level 58 because she keeps dying every fight, so I need to alleviate that and also grab some new sub-personas, as well as get our... Can we show that right now? I don't think we can, but also upgrade our base personas, Milady and Mitsuru's main persona, to their next levels. So, see you guys in a sec, once I've mapped this all out and sufficiently leveled up. And alright, it took a lot of time, effort, some third thing, but we finally have the entirety of the Theater District Block 3 mapped out, and there's nothing stopping us from exploring this labyrinth, except for the fact that Narukami, our ace in the hole, has the cruddiest sub-persona of all time. So we gotta head to the Velvet Room really quickly to craft him something new. Like, for real, guys, he has had this crusty, ancient, out-of-date, nasty sub-persona. I say all these negative things, but man, he's helped us out a lot for the whole game. Okay? We're gonna make him something new. We're gonna treat him to something nice. We're gonna combine Kazuchi with our channel mascot Mara. I feel bad. He sucks in this game. I want to use him, but it's kind of a tough sell. And Dao Xiaojiu to create Sriracha, whatever. This is not inherently a tank-style persona, but he does get Armor Destroyer, which is the upgraded form of Armor Breaker, and can inherit 3 passives, so he works for what we need him for. You know, we'll get where we're going. I'm still waiting to do a, like, massive fusion spree, because currently, while our WoW level, it's not bad. It's not where I want to be, because we still don't have the sub-persona that has Power Charge as its, like, you know, blank card inherited. Once we get that, we're gonna be doing a little bit of fusion. But now, for real this time, there's nothing stopping us from exploring floor 3. And, ooh, lordy. This floor, not a fan. Not because the puzzles are inherently difficult. I mean, they're kind of difficult, but the shadows get, like, beefed up to the max. And we're not hurting as far as levels go. I'm definitely over-prepared in that regard, but it's still gonna be a little tricky. So okay, I want to actually turn on this item because I don't want this FOE to attack me when we're trying to explain crap, but basically, he's gonna destroy blocks. He has, like, a hard time, like, actually maneuvering through, like, tight corners, and there's a lot of those here, so that's great for us. But having shadows to fight, not so much. So let's quickly get rid of these guys. The next gene, yeah, that's the one, is weak to, I want to say curse damage. And did we pass on the right? I didn't even give Narukami his new persona that I spent so much time talking about. Doesn't even matter. We have, Platinum Dice that is weak to that, I'm pretty sure, and it's probably one of the stronger personas, so I'm going to Vorpal Blade the back line. Let's get an Agidyne for this Cupid. Yeah, that's fine, I guess. I mean, Mitsu is probably going to finish him off because they Devoted Cupid. Definitely the scariest enemy here, does more of those bindings, and unless you have passive skills. What? God dang, Artemisia's passive is cray-cray. Y'all saw that? Dude, our party is strong now. God dang. All right, I guess we might be fine. We still are not even close to being able to take down, oh my god, that looks so cool, any of the FOEs on this floor, right? But we getting there, yo. But the enemies on this floor are, like always, a complete joke if you get the all-out attack, as like all Persona enemies usually are, for the most part. I updated our equipment as well. So right now, we're definitely at a high point as far as our, like, damage output goes. Sadly, Haru's evasiveness is utter trash. Not a lot you can do there, but these enemies, they got nothing. This guy does like the Mind Charge, though, and then explode with almighty damage. Not a fan of that, but god dang. I'm just so happy we finally have our ultimate personas. It's nice, not gonna lie. But, man, Satan Isle, or however you say it, I'm not exactly sure on the pronunciation. He looks so stinking cool. Like, man, I was at first kind of bummed out because he is basically like a palette swap. Not that that's like a bad thing. I mean, if the base art is super cool, right? What's the problem with, like, updating it again, you know? But I was one of the people at first, like, kind of bummed out about that, right? But as time went on, I'm like, dang, you know, like, that is basically what P5 is all about, you know? So it makes sense that they would go down that route. And I think I need to run away. Oh, no, he's really dumb. He's just gonna go in a straight line because he's actually based on a bull. I'm kind of sure. I mean, he's definitely portrayed. It's been so long since I read Gilgamesh. I'm not gonna lie. And the first time I read it, it wasn't the direct translation, right? Because that would be incredibly difficult to understand. It was kind of like an abridged synopsis of it, and I'll be honest, I didn't really retain it. That's something I'm not the best at, honestly. Like, I definitely like audiobooks instead. I think the people that, like, listen to my videos can kind of, you know, they would probably see eye to eye there. I guess that'd be more here, ear to ear, though, but our whole objective was to power that fan on. Now that it is powered on, we're good to go, and that is already a decent chunk of this floor taken care of. So now I just gotta track down some of the shadows I want to talk about, and let's hope to God it hasn't happened yet. I don't run into a specific rare shadow. It looks like a samurai, and it's frankly kind of scary. I don't want to fight him. He's really tough. And I don't even know if he has a weakness, so that's, like, extra scary, but So far, I've just been running into not the ice enemies, but the dice enemies. Very similar. No correlation, though. Those are kind of scary, but nothing I can't really deal with. And, man, we're actually running out of repulse pipes very quickly. I wanted to use the upgraded thing, but it actually completely reduces encounters. It's kind of a turd move, not gonna lie, Atlas, that they save those for the very end of the game, but what are you gonna do? So, here's a little segment where we actually can't go any further, except, like, to loop around, and, well, we can't do that yet because we don't have access to that shortcut. So, we're basically forced to go inside of this room to witness another Mesopotamian god. Whoa, is that an FOE? What a monster. It's really freaking me out. It's got quite the keen eye. It seems to be watching our every move, but it hasn't budged yet. Maybe we'll be able to just keep going without having to worry about it? Well, I suppose we'll be fine if that doesn't move, but I definitely feel like it's out for blood here. Let's keep going, but be careful. Okay. And, as we will soon find out. Oh, he mirrors our moves. Ah, it moved. Whoa there, folks. That thing's copying your movements. What do you mean copy? It's doing the opposite of us. Well, actually, that's not true. The point of view has been reversed, not the direction. You really don't get it? Wow, you must be, for example, if it faces us and we move to the right. Oh, I see. It'll look like it moved to the left. Do we really have to explain this at the end of a 40-hour RPG? I don't get all this. Right means left stuff, but as long as we be careful, we'll be okay, right? Indeed. All we must do is consider its movement as we proceed onward. You have the lead, Joker. Okay, I'm gonna run straight into it, though, because he looks really cool, and I want to talk about him, because before we get into a tussle with Mr. FOE over there, who's still mirroring our moves, should probably make sure that Mr. Narukami actually has the sub-persona I took the time to create. There we go. Now we should be fine, but, this guy, whose name I totally did not Google for the sake of this video, is actually the underworld, like, guardian for Enlil, which is kind of the son of Enlil, but Enlil's a son, like a dude in this game, but I ain't gonna talk, so Namtaru, I don't know how you say this crap, is a very scary enemy, and I'm going to proceed to run away. The mythology of this character is very interesting, in my opinion. It does a lot of wind-based stuff and sings a lot, but as far as I could study, not a lot of that in its actual mythology. I don't give a dump about, though. I'd rather them create a interesting boss and actually cater to, you know, ooh, we ain't doing half bad. Cater to the mythology, right? Like, that's probably not a lot of people feel that way. Like, a game I play, there's Shiva, who is a god of fire, and most people would be like, well, I thought Shiva was a ice god. No, Final Fantasy actually got it totally wrong. Shiva is a god of utter destruction, and usually portrayed with fire. Does that make me not like Final Fantasy? Heck no, still dope games. So that's what I'm getting at. Bro, we get it, you like to spin, but very similar to Satan in Judeo-Christianity. Kind of lives under the earth and is sort of like a god of all that stuff. And a lot of diseases, and is most, I think, like, I don't want to say it's famous for, but definitely what's portrayed in a specific story. Are we good here? Is that gonna blow? I don't think it will. I think we're fine, actually. Is the specific, not necessarily demon, but the entity or god that gave all the diseases to Ishtar when she went into the underworld to rescue. Oh, dump. What am I doing? I'm trying to recite, what's it called? Wait, what am I doing here? Oh, yeah, that's what I wanted to do. Basically, Namtaru, and apparently there's two of him, interesting, went to the underworld, cursed Ishtar with all them nasty diseases. She didn't like that, and totally got her revenge. So that was dope. Oh my, how long have I been playing Persona? And the free Bambino, right, has the mask on the flower. I never realized that. Y'all gotta tell me, has that always been the case, or am I just extra stupid today? Actually, don't answer that. Anyways, we're gonna hope to get a crit here because there's a lot of weaknesses on this specific party. We might as well show off some blessed damage because we haven't done that. The Phantom Master, which totally sounds like someone's first email address from the 2005 era, I don't know, is weak to psychokinesis. Also kind of looks like Darth Vader. Intentional or not, you tell me. But these enemies shouldn't be too difficult to take down. If some of them have the weaknesses already displayed, even though it's the first time we've encountered them, that's just because in the previous episode, I'm not used to that amount of damage from her. God, but I went up to the second floor, had to fight some dudes. You get it by now, but as far, why are you like this? The second he gets attacked, he's like, I'm gonna blow up everybody here, and nothing you can do about it, because I'm the judge. These enemies are incredibly annoying, but not as annoying as the FOE, and I kind of need to look at the bottom screen right now. What's going on there? Oh man, it's still got the butterflies. That's actually the first, no joke, the first bless skill I've used in the entire game, because when I'm like prepping these videos for my personal file, I don't even look at the top screen. I got time for that. We got places to be, people to kill. I don't know. I guess we don't really kill people in Persona. It's always just, you know, weird god creatures. But these guys ain't worth my time. They ain't worth yours. Get the dump out of here, that disarm. Let's just get out of here and try to get the X. You gotta be kidding me! Oh. For some reason, he only did 100 damage. Kind of weird. Okay, so let's... I think we're fine to get the chest. I'm trying to, like, map this out. Because if I keep going forward, Namtaru's just going to go up ahead. Huh. Also, can we talk about how, like, stinking Enlil just employs his son to just be like, you know what? Yo, you got to guard the third block of this area. And he's like, okay, Dad, but I better get paid for this, even though it's a family visit. How do you think Namtaru talks, guys? I just want to know. This is the crap I think about in Persona games. Not the deep characters, the overarching plot, which is sometimes, let's be honest, a little ham-fisted. I wouldn't say that this time, though. I've seen a couple of people online, like, kind of poke fun at the plot in a couple areas, and yeah, I get it, you know. Being yourself and having friends isn't a bad thing. What? And it's easy to, like, criticize it when you're a little kid, but I don't know. I feel like the game definitely did handle its core message rather eloquently in a couple of, like, key situations. I'm still not, like, the biggest fan of, you know, Hikari's all, like, plot uncovering and all that stuff happening in one single dungeon. I would have liked it to be a more gradual process. It was sort of the same thing with Ren and Zen. Wasn't a fan of that. The goddamn samurai. Okay, hold up. Crap. I'm sorry. Oh, I kind of, you know, cut myself off there, but this guy is scary. I know I've ran from every fight in this entire stinking dungeon, but I'll fight this dude. What can I say? I'm terrified of him, but I think this game actually has a really great story in comparison to Persona Q1. So much so that, like, real talk, I think it is one of the best spin-offs the Persona series has had in a really long time. I mean, my tier list is basically like, okay, Dancing All Night, best spin-off ever for the end of time. And I still kind of feel that way because I just legitimately love that game, and kind of it changed my opinion on rhythm games just as a whole, and I love it for that reason. But this game was sick, yo. Like, real talk. I can't really think of too much I didn't like about it. I mean, I know I, like, always talk about, oh, we gotta draw the maps, guys. So that's just, I'm just poking fun. It doesn't really, like, make me dislike the game at all. Sure, some of the enemy archetypes were got, like, sadistic at times. Still nothing too, like, terrible, but I feel like its biggest problem, though, is just not necessarily its translation, but it would have got its core message across a lot better if it didn't use a compound word in English, like individuality. That's just such a mouthful to say. They should have mixed it up a little bit with, like, uniqueness. Maybe it's just me because I'm actually narrating it and having to say such a compound word, but I'm like, all right, we get it. Individuality, good. Not being yourself, bad. I can kind of agree with that, but at the same time, I don't think it's such a big deal. God, I love this song, dude. It's still one of my favorites. God, dude, I remember... These are just stupid random thoughts that, like, I'm having. Oh, I can't actually hit you. Well, that sucks a lot. So when this game, like, first came out, like, the Japanese version, right, a lot of people were freaking out and calling this, like, this game compared, like, the soundtrack specifically, inferior to Persona 4 Golden, right? Dude, who's laughing now? There's, like, this giant thread of just nerds like, it was very mediocre. Face it, you waited this long for a game that won't be remembered in 4 years. And here we are, like, what, years? Who knows, bro? Oh, come on! You really had to be like that, bro. Leave me with a little parting gift. Just crop dusted me, basically. You farted and just pieced out. Oh, that got ugly. But hey, more fusion fodder. I'll take it, I guess. But I don't know. There's just been a lot of thoughts going on in my mind about specifically the fan base's interpretation and just like how they perceive the game has been interesting. Just Persona's the type of series that just kind of goes all over the place. And dang, we're so close to our last skill, bro. God dang. Guess we're almost done, huh? God, kind of sucks. But oh well, what are you gonna do? And dang, we actually explored all this floor a lot faster than I thought we would. I'm all right with that. We didn't encounter every single enemy archetype right, but we still got one more floor to go. But basically, once you get to this little corner, if the fan is on, and it should be, you just walk on out of here, and you're done. Nothing to it. Except that samurai guy who, yeah, now that I know is weak to ice, Mitsuru will probably have no problem tearing to pieces, but oh well. I've also been thinking, like, man, I'm probably too innocent. I saw my friend tweet out, like, something about, having, like, wrist problems, and I was really concerned for him. And I was like, bro, I'm here for you, like, you know, there's some exercises you can do, and, like, you know, help that out. And I typed, like, 3 paragraphs, and he was like, bro, I was just making a joke about touching my junk too much. And I was like, oh. I'm an idiot. Anyways, hey, how's everyone holding up? Been a while. Y'all pooped yet? Probably. Come on, answer me. Phantom Thieves, what up? Don't underestimate us. This is but... Oh. It seems I've grown hungry, yo, bro. Oh boy, no collapsing on us before we deal with Enlo. Got it. I'm definitely still good to go. How's everyone else doing? I'm fine. This is nothing for a Phantom Thief. How about you, Hikari? I'm okay too. I used to walk around a lot when carrying a pretty heavy camera. Oh yeah, true. You know, Hikari, you've had a lot more pep in your step lately. What do you mean? Remember when you told us about the kind of movies you're into? Ever since you said like you like movies that give people hope. Totally different than you were when we first met. Well, what happened was I finally remembered the dream ending I want to reach after putting it into words. What's your dream? Oh man, there's her theme. You want to be a director, don't you? You got it, girl. You tear him up. Oh, that's right. Hikari-chan did say she wanted to be a filmmaker ever since she was young. I've been shooting movies on my own ever since I was a kid because I wanted to become a director. Oh, that's amazing. You shoot your own movies? It's nothing impressive. I just learned how by watching others do it. Yo, that's how I did this. I'm just saying. There's no need to be modest. While everyone may have a dream, taking real action to attain it isn't something just anyone can do. Indeed. So what sort of movie were you working on before arriving here? I haven't filmed anything recently. I hit a roadblock in a way. I lost sight of what I wanted to show everyone, even who I am. Hikari. But I remember now. Thanks to meeting you guys, the movie that I've loved, and the movies that I really want to make. That's why I'm thinking about picking back up where I left off. Hey, that sounds good. She is so... Man, Hikari's totally won me over, but... Let me star in your movie. I got the face for it, right? Hey, no stealing the spotlight! I'm gonna be the star here. An acting cat? That seems pretty rare. There was that Garfield movie, though. I love that. I'm not an acting cat! I'll do it after I turn back into a human. Oh dear, let's not start getting ridiculous. More to the point, I think you're really ready to get out in the world and do this. Hikari-chan, follow your dream, okay? Thank you, everyone. Also, I know when my first movie is done, I want my dad to watch it. I'll definitely give him that screening invitation soon. For real this time. I see. I'm sure that you will. Hey, so does that invitation only apply to your dad? What? Well, we want to see your movie too, right? Come on. Yeah, duh. I mean, you got us, right? You got me? Like, I'm a little light on cash. I only got 1 million yen, you know? Oh, pretty please. Or that be asking too much. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, no, that's not true. I'd love for you all to watch it. Will you really come see my movie? Of course, I'm totally down. And given the time-space continuum issue, maybe we already have. What? Not just go. All the Phantom Thieves will be there. Promise. I promise that I'll finish the movie no matter what it takes. Well, for that to happen, we need to deal with this place first. Alright, let's take care of business here so Hikari can get to filming back home. Right. And god dang, it's hard to believe, but we're actually here. The final floor of Persona Q2. Well, technically Enlil's the last floor, but don't worry about that. Next time on Persona Q2. We're wrapping this sucker up. We're so close to the climax. Just a little bit more. I say that, however, this is the biggest floor ever, so it's gonna take a bit. But thank you all so much for watching this part. I hope you enjoyed it. The story's almost done. Just a little bit more. We're so close, but see you guys next time with more Persona Q2. Bye.